Welcome everybody to episode 5 of Pomsetay podcast Sussex with two pretty D's. Today's episode is called Sussex Spells Success. And before we get into the meat and the fun of everything, we do want to appreciate and send our shout outs and thank yous to all of our new subscribers. So welcome and we thank you. But I'm going to turn it over to this pretty D over here to kick us off. About some foolishness that she read that brought us to our episode today about them being successful.
Right. And what I wanted to talk about it was in the Daily Mail. Now, I didn't click on the link. Someone posted it and I read it. But this was back, a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. And it's when this reporter said, one of the titles was, William is headed to the boardroom, Harry for the factory floor. Okay. While she's shaking up over there, Princess Diana's butler, Paul Burrell, says the princess knows. No, they have different roles to play amid rift, and Harry's job is to help the people like his mother. I don't know I guess William's job is not to help the people.
Yes, that's exactly what
he's actually saying.
Yes.
And then this was actually repeated again when they said that William and Catherine was headed for the boardroom, and Meghan and Harry was headed for the shop floor. The shop
floor. To be
floor.
with the people. He tried to cover it with to be with the people.
People, yeah. No. And I was like, no. King Edward said all of y'all need to be with the people, not just Harry and Meghan. But
will not and cannot, don't.
Yeah.
No worth ethic.
Exactly. And we thought it was really appropriate for this week's episode to juxtapose what he said versus
what we know is the real truth.
What's real truth, and how Harry and Meghan are just, they're blown up. I mean, they're not even in the boardroom. I'm sorry, they're not in the boardroom.
No, they're above that.
Yeah,
what's that level you were saying?
There's a new level.
Yes.
There's an elevator that no one could get to.
Yes.
And only Harry and Meghan have the key to that elevator. And this is a separate boardroom. Not even William and Kate could get in there.
I know, right? With a special gold bathroom.
Exactly. And conference room. Because
But they wouldn't be that tacky. They wouldn't have it all gold.
Oh, no. They're not the umps. But
or the queen.
Exactly.
Whoops.
Yeah,
old Betty and her crazy.
Take that back. Roll that back. She's sorry. So
no. Sorry, not sorry. But back, like we were saying, the success of the Sussexes is just beyond the stratosphere.
Right.
Is what you're really trying to get
Exactly. And this week was so phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Especially with what they demonstrated 2 weeks ago and what we are seeing, all the fruits of all their hard work come to fruition. And Archewell Productions, all you have to do is read Archewell.
Yes.
Page. Go to the page and look at Archewell Productions, some of the things that are coming up.
Archewell Audio, as well as their donations and all of their charitable work. All of that information is available there. But I'm saying really excited about the new projects through the productions, two of which, one is Harry's and one is Meghan's. And the first of which is around, of course, Invictus. So The Heart of Invictus is now supposed to be a new docuseries on Netflix. And really highlighting all of the veterans who participate in the games, how they came to it, and just all of the camaraderie in that event and what it brings together for those folks who have served their countries and now, having a way to fulfill their life to the next level, right?
Yeah, and that's what Harry's currently working on.
That's Harry, right?
Right.
And then the second,
and that's not going to be out till late in
2022.
Exactly. But he has to be. He's definitely, that's something he's working on.
Right. Right. And then it leads up to the Hague when we go to is it the Netherlands we're going?
I think it's Netherlands.
Yeah. So we got to get our tickets. We're not ready, but we got to get our tickets. But then after that comes the Pearl. So that is a new I guess it's going to be a cartoon kind of show where it follows a 12-year-old girl who is learning about famous women throughout history and, you know, just going through that. Now, it's still in the early stages, but the fact that she's teamed up with David Finch.
Right. This is Elton John's husband.
David Furnish.
Right.
Furnish, yeah. Yes, Elton John's hubby. And they're working together on this, so I'm excited to see when this drops.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And this week he came out. It was this week, early this week, where he came out and someone was asking him about working with Meghan. And a couple of key things he said. She is a true leader.
Yes.
A true leader. And so that means she's in charge of that project.
Yes.
It's not like somebody else is doing it for her. She's in charge. She's directing that project.
She's involved.
It's based on her life. She wrote a letter, and she wrote a letter to an influential person, which happened to be Hillary Clinton.
Right.
And it was all about the Procter & Gamble product.
And this is at
Life
the
is
age
a
of
soap.
what, 13, 12, 13?
I think she was younger.
Okay, yeah, but she was young.
We'll have to double check it.
Yeah.
But she wrote a letter, and she received a response back. Not only that, but the actual company changed their commercials because they were not making it look as if women were capable of more than just doing dishes.
Right, or being in the home.
Right. So
we can do more.
Exactly. So she's expanding that to additional stories and to highlight other influential women. So I think that this is going to be a great cartoon. It's going to be available and excellent for children, young teens,
Shoot, you know I'm watching
adults.
it.
Yeah.
Look, if I read the bench, I could watch Pearl.
Oh yeah, you could watch Pearl. We could all watch. And actually,
Look, we can grown folks that watch SpongeBob. If you can watch SpongeBob, you can watch the Pearl.
and actually, it's probably beneficial for a lot of people who have their dreams and they're not doing it. They're saying, "Well, no, maybe I'm too old.
Never too old.
Maybe I'm too old to go back to school and get this degree. This is what I really wanted to do."
Nope.
You
can do it.
Exactly. If you're 40 and you want to become a doctor and you have the means, do it.
Yes.
If you want to become a lawyer and you have the means, do it. Or find out how you could get the means to go ahead and do it. So
exactly.
I think this is, and for young girls, don't limit yourself.
Exactly.
Take a page out of Meghan's book and God and conquer the world. So that was one thing that dropped. The other thing was,
okay, which number job is this for Harry?
I don't know, but we'll have to. What we're going to do is list all the things Harry is working on.
Right, but this must be job number 5.
Yeah.
Oh, no, job number 3. But Travelist?
Yeah.
No, maybe it's 4.
Travelist people is blowing up.
Yes. And they have a partnership with Google. They announced that now you can actually search your flights and look at the carbon footprint of your flight.
Right. That's a big get.
Yes.
That's an extremely big get. Exactly. Because if you search I think he's trying to get some of the other search engines on board, but I went and I did a search on Google and there it is. And I could pick the best alternative at no additional cost and no additional delay for me, So I'm like, wow, this is what we're doing, So I'm so happy that Prince Harry has worked this.
Yes.
And I had no doubt that he'd be able to do this,
Oh, no
doubt.
Well, okay, hold up. Remember when one of those global citizens concert? No, it was for Invictus, and he was having a concert, and he wanted the Foo Fighters to come. And David Grohl talks about how Harry called him literally every day.
Oh yeah.
He was like, "Dave, you coming, right? Dave, you coming, right?"
And then he was like, "Wait a second, I have to check my schedule." Right? Every day, and he called his manager and says, Get me on the schedule. Clear whatever you have to clear. Because Prince Harry's going to call me tomorrow. I know. This guy is going to call me.
And I love it.
He was like, and he's so like, we cracked up. So we know.
That type of work ethic, I know Harry's calling up all these airlines and calling up people. You join a Travelist? You join a Travelist? You know we're going to call you out. You join a Travelist? Look, you guys don't be right.
Exactly. Just like what they did on Global Life, they said, Pfizer isn't doing this.
Yeah, they ain't doing their job.
Yeah. And Moderna. Yeah, they're not giving up the IP or they're not giving up the technology.
No.
Exactly.
Yes.
And all of them, I read last week where Moderna has changed
Oh, so now they're...
Yes, Moderna is looking to build a factory in Africa.
Okay,
but
that's a step, but I don't know if it's the right step.
Well, they're trying to find a country. They said that has the qualified people. They have a couple of countries, but they haven't decided on one. It's a bunch of crap.
It's a bunch of crap because
just give
they're
it to
trying to
them.
exploit
Exactly, the
our
country.
African brothers and sisters out there.
Exactly. But Pfizer said they were going to build the building.
Mm-hmm.
No, did they say they were going to build the building? I don't know what, but Pfizer is going over there. They're going to employ the locals to run operations, and they're going to have, they're not going to give up their intellectual property or share anything, but they're going to take that information over there and employ the locals. So,
it's a step,
yeah.
but
we
got to keep our eye on them.
Yeah, how much are they going to charge the government? How much
Right.
they're going to charge the people there?
Correct.
For that. So it's like,
And are they going to really pay the people what they should be?
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, if it's something that we paid for,
Yes.
like Harry said, we paid for that.
Yes.
No, you know.
Yeah, tax dollars from regular citizens.
Yeah, we don't want them over there trying to get the
exploit
that
make money
country.
off of it. Oh yeah,
you know,
they don't do that. They
for
don't
their
stop.
land and all that stuff. So we're gonna have to call them out.
Yes.
And hopefully,
Look, Meghan got their number. Harry's got their number. They're gonna be calling. They will be calling.
So yeah, so everyone, Travelist is on the map.
Yes, I mean, I think we already.
Can you buy stock in Travelist?
I don't know if they're a private. I think they're a
It's
non-profit.
it's not a company that's public and you could buy stock or anything
Right.
like that.
I think that's why the partnership with Google is where the money part comes in.
Yeah.
But we gotta figure that out. But then so like I said, Harry and his multiple jobs, and I love it. Mm-hmm. Is he Jamaican?
No. But maybe when he was with Usain Bolt, hanging out in Jamaica, it rubbed off.
I'm just saying.
He had some of that jerk chicken.
Bitch of peas.
And plantain.
Yes.
And he's down for the
Rice and beans. Oh yes.
He's down for the job.
Yes. So, with that being said, with BetterUp, mm-hmm. I mean, for today being Mental Health Day, mm-hmm. it's just, nice to see where his journey has gone for mental health awareness mm-hmm. and all of the things that he's doing. I mean, just when he joined alone, the company was started, I was only at 1.7 billion, which is a lot. I mean, it's still a good, estimate asset value. But when Harry joined as CIO, Chief Impact Officer,
yes.
Mom, did you see the CEO's face?
I know.
Remember all the interviews?
He was smiling from ear to ear.
Just like the Netflix
Just
dude.
when Netflix do.
They were just like,
it was like,
cha-ching.
They were like, we're gonna be rich,
Rich bitch. Excuse my French.
So exactly, you know that was going on in the back of his mind.
Exactly.
But with BetterUp, BetterUp is now valuated mm-hmm. as a $4.7 billion company.
Playing.
Yes.
Stop playing, Harry. Doing that thing.
Exactly. Prince Harry helped raise $300 million, and you know what that meant? He was picking up the phone. You're gonna.
Yes. You need to help us out. You need to help us out.
You need to join BetterUp.
Mental health awareness.
Exactly. BetterUp is in the UK.
Yeah, they opened an office in the UK.
It's all over Europe.
A large office in Germany. Mm-hmm.
And I believe that the next step, it's already in the United States, but
Correct.
I think the next step would be some big
either sports
organizations
mm-hmm.
that's going to pick up with BetterUp. Because BetterUp actually volunteered free services, free coaching mm-hmm. for the United States team for the Olympics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did.
Because
there was so much with people were having so much difficulty. All this stuff was coming out, all this trauma. And I think some of that might have been, because of the pandemic at the same time that was going on. Mm-hmm. So people were more vulnerable. But they volunteered free coaching for, all of the athletes.
Okay, so once you get in with one of the sports, it's going to take over
Exactly.
sport globally.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And they're branching off into not only coaching mm-hmm. and for mental health awareness. I think they're also getting involved in environmental. The
Okay.
actual physical environment where people have the workplace environment. I think they're
Oh, to
branching
help
off
you,
that.
yes,
Right.
yes. And I think
Yeah.
they have like some type of workplace, not a tracker, but a way for if you're in the workplace and you're having difficulties and going through stress, there's different
Right.
tips that you can go to and,
Right.
and help with your mental health. So,
Did I tell you I applied to be a coach?
oh, no, I didn't know you were going to be a coach.
No, I'm not going to be a coach.
Oh. What you mean you're not going to be a coach? Come
I
on.
wasn't accepted. I thought my background would help me,
Uh-huh.
but I think they want people more clinical. You know, the coach is
so
more
they want,
clinical.
like licensed psychiatrists and
That would work,
psychologists.
but they wanted you didn't have to be licensed. You had to have coaching, a lot of training in that
Oh,
area.
okay. So if you're a certified counselor or something. to
Yeah,
that
and I
effect.
didn't have a lot of training in that
Okay.
area. But I'm sure they'll take people from current
Well, I
corporate.
wonder what they might do is would they help
Don't you
others?
apply, because if you apply and they accept you, it's all over.
What you mean, B?
I wanted so much to work for BetterUp. I was like, okay, I could quit and I'm going BetterUp.
Like she going to work with you? Okay, so no, but all right. For real, you applied?
Yeah, I applied.
Okay.
You could look at my application, you probably laugh and say, yeah, they probably laugh too.
Stop.
But I thought that, you know, there's a program. If you was a manager or supervisor, if you had to employ people and work with people, you know,
skills?
but they needed other things that I didn't have.
Well, I wonder though, but that's what I was thinking too. Like you were saying, what if they branch out and not only with in the sports realm, but what if they also have like a training program to get people to become coaches, right? Help you get certified, help
Right.
you get those counseling.
You want to call them up and tell them they might want to work on that? Because this D.
Well, I
wanna
think
work
they're
for
trying
them?
to make that money really quick. I think they gotta,
But but this all goes into
the
Yeah.
success, the power that they bring.
that they have.
I mean-
remember Mark Cuban?
Yes.
Mark Cuban said, Harry and Meghan doesn't even have to pitch me. All they have to do is show up. I'll give them a piece of paper, a blank paper. I don't care. Sign here.
So
and I'll sign.
who she's referring to, everyone, is there's a entrepreneur here in the U.S. and he is on this show called Shark Tank, and it's a show based on where people who have business ideas, they come and they pitch their idea to get additional funding from one of the sharks, and the sharks will help them build their business and brand. But when Mark Cuban, someone on that show, on that level and caliber, says, "Oh, I'll do anything with Harry and Meghan. I don't care what it is. Yep, sign me up."
Right.
That is a definite okay.
And any of the things he gets involved with, no, sometimes a success. I don't follow everything, but
No, but what I'm saying though, for Harry and Meghan, everything they touch,
gold.
So, but that
So
brings me
Boardroom.
Oh. Yes.
Now
so
we-
far, everything's been hitting these boardroom. Actually, the executive
And above, where he's in
yes,
charge of
yes,
things.
yes.
And let's go back to BetterUp. I don't want to move on right now. Is people were saying, well, I hope he didn't just get a job for a paycheck. Come on now, people.
Really?
Period.
They're worried about his paycheck.
Yeah. Think about this. What does a COO, a CIO make?
Ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah. Millions. Their annual salary are in
And that's just
millions.
base salary.
That's base salary.
No benefits, no bonuses, nothing.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And someone of Harry's caliber, I'm saying you're getting $40 to $50 million a year.
Okay.
Maybe not to start off with, but
Oh,
maybe
maybe it's
now.
a scale-up program.
Yeah, if we move
Maybe
up.
he signed a contract for 5 years. Bet if I can add this much value, et cetera, et cetera.
Nah, he's he's at a high salary, and
Yes.
then also CIOs and COOs and people who the chief operating officer and
The executive team, the
executive
board.
team. They also have perks where part of your salary is also includes stock options or ownership.
Yes.
So if it's not on being publicly traded, he's getting a
Cha-ching.
percentage of that business.
Cha-ching, ching, ching.
So that's 4.7 valuation.
I can't do a cash register sound.
No, maybe you could get the volume and just, no,
Yep,
never mind.
No, we'll do that later.
That's what Harry.
Yes.
Then you get a certain amount of vacations. You get your flights all paid
Harry
for.
don't have to worry about vacation. He could just call CEO up and be like, "Look,
I know.
Gotta take off. Lily's got her little dance lesson. All right."
He's got perks forever, you know.
Exactly.
And the company probably has its own plane, because I used to work for DuPont.
Oh my gosh, the private
myself.
planes.
Yep.
The private planes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and when I went from one plant to another plant, because there was so much, you know, delays in commercial flights, we used the company plane. It was packed,
Right.
but we used the company plane. So yeah,
And it was so much better than commercial.
yeah, because you went from
go to the
one
private
plant to the
hangar.
next plant,
Yeah.
private hangar. You take off, you land,
is
you
no
at the
security.
plant, you working, no checks or anything.
Exactly. But that's Harry living that life.
And yeah, and so I think, you know, those are all the perks. Those are part of his, probably part of his package when he signed. So Harry is boardroom material, like we said, upper
Echelon.
chamber.
Yes.
Upper,
Yes.
upper.
Yeah. There is no. Well, look. He's not afraid to go to the shop floor. Let's not get it twisted.
True.
Harry could talk to everybody and anybody from every level in the organization and in the world, but Harry's on that executive lounge level.
Exactly. Where do you? No, I'm not gonna talk about the other brother. Yeah. He doesn't have the key to the room. So,
But I'm a prince.
I know. No, it ain't happening.
Only in the UK.
Yeah, nobody. He could call a lot of people, but nobody's returning his calls. Now, there's a lot of people who were talking about Meghan was born on the same day
As President Obama.
as President Obama.
I know.
Yes. So there goes Meghan ruining Barack's birthday. He can't have it on his own.
Wait, is that because Archie ruined George Clooney?
George Clooney's birthday. George Clooney's like, he was born on the same day as me. And he's like, they're friends, so
You know, it works.
what is she gonna do? Come to his birthday party or celebrate Archie's? She's celebrating Archie's.
Right,
So
just like she's celebrating hers. I'm sorry, when you turn 40, hey, we cutting up.
exactly. Even if you're just home with your babies,
Yes.
that's what you're doing versus going to Barack Obama's party. We're going another time.
We
you know?
did. We got it.
You know, so
Yeah.
I remember when George Clooney said that, I thought it was really funny. He's like, oh, she ruined my birthday.
But that's them trying to assume that there's like any kind of rift between the
Yeah,
Obamas and the Sussexes.
because they were saying that. They were saying, look how the Obamas snubbed them because they didn't go to their birthday. And you and I just made sense of it. The girl, it's her birthday.
Yes.
She's going to do whatever she wants.
Right.
And just to show that there wasn't a snub this week,
Oh yes, the Obama Foundation announced the actual groundbreaking for the presidential library for Barack Obama. So they broke ground. It's going to start being built. But some of the things that they had mentioned in the ceremony was around the fact that they did a lot of research on what should go in because it's being built in the south side of Chicago. So for all the Chicago folks out there, what's up? I don't know what the phrase is. Or
I don't know.
yeah,
either.
but Chicago, you in the house. And the community engagement, they worked with the leaders, they worked with the different schools,
Right.
and of which Prince Harry and Michelle Obama worked together on a project
Right.
to investigate, well, what are the needs that we need for the kids in those communities,
Exactly.
and add it to the library.
And Prince Harry, she brought Prince Harry as a surprise, and the kids were all surprised.
Yes.
And it was, really excellent. And that's part of all the research they did. And they had a video that they just released.
Yes.
And it was called, it was leading up to what we did, how did we get here?
Right.
The journey.
Yes.
And in that journey, they had all these different clips of all these different things they did. And in one of those clips was the actual meeting with session
Yes.
with Michelle and Prince Harry.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So
And
that's
the
saying
kids-
to anybody who's paying attention,
yes.
there's no snub.
No.
They've
been cool since way back when Barack first became president.
Right.
Him and Harry tight.
Exactly.
Yes.
He interviewed
Exactly.
Barack Obama on a television show, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He guest edited it.
Yes. So
Yeah, and he also, if it wasn't for Prince Harry, Obama wasn't going to go meet with Kate and William. And
how dare you say those wretched names?
I'm sorry, the others. He wasn't going to meet the artist
Egghead or
who had that picture with a slave.
Mumbles. Mumbles couldn't have. Oh yes, with the slave. How you gonna have a slave picture in your house?
I know.
And you invite a black family over.
They put the president. They moved a lamp.
Oh, to strategically block the black person in the picture.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. That's the length that they went to.
Exactly. Hey, no. But you know what? They should have taken down that picture. That would have been better.
It would have, but guess what we're talking about? Egghead and Mumbles. Mm-hmm. And did she barely get a sentence out?
I don't know. Anyway, we don't care.
But yes. Yes, so the Obamas and the Sussexes
are tight.
Yes.
No, I mean, maybe they're not living together in the same home, in the same neighborhood. They're not tight that way. They don't see each other every day. But I bet you Harry they collaborate.
Call. Look.
Yes, Harry could call him if you want him.
Yes.
Will not call?
Michelle, yo, I'm trying to do something special for Meghan. What you think?
Could you see Kane picking up that phone?
No. Mm-hmm. No. He could try.
Who are you?
Who are you? I don't even think he has their number.
No, he doesn't. No. Just like he doesn't have Harry's number.
But that is just all to say, all of the success, and these are just a few of the things that they're working on right now. Right. So these are, ongoing, upcoming projects coming out. This is showing you they're definitely boardroom material.
Okay.
But now it's a case of the wrapping up the dysfunction. We wanted to mention before we ended this episode was, the last episode around Dysfunction Junction. Mm-hmm. But can you believe all this success and all of these positive things going on, and these fools are trying to have a meeting about Pedo Andrew.
Yeah, they're
Randy Andy.
I think it's not only the people in the UK, but the royal family is living rent free in this. The Sussex are living rent free in their heads.
Yes.
Because evidently, I think there's a competition going on.
That clearly they're losing. They don't know.
The people who they're in competition with are not even paying attention to them and not even competing.
They don't care.
They're not even competing.
They don't care.
So there was something, I'm not going to name it, there was something of it was gold.
Yes.
I'm just going to say gold.
Okay.
It wasn't silver, it wasn't diamonds, it was gold.
Bling, bling.
And they were competing with the beautiful Meghan's beautiful Dior dress with those beautiful appliques that, depending on how the light hit it, it would look blue or pink. Mm-hmm. And it was stupid because there was two different types of events. Well, you cannot compare dresses.
Well, that dress was actually a Valentino. If we're talking about the
white I'm sorry, the Valentino.
But the one in Morocco for sure was Dior. And look, they custom made it for her.
Right, but I'm talking about this one. They put it next to the Valentino one. Oh. So exactly, they did. And I'm thinking,
shoulder pads wasn't working.
No, it wasn't. Well, whatever. I'm not even going to go there, but that's what they're doing. They're having this competition, and it's still going on in the White House, and in the royal family. And,
and they're still so dysfunctional that they're now having meetings about their own potential, how do they look?
Right. They were always having meetings. So anytime the media says something, we have to take it as that's them.
Yes. Projecting.
Exactly. They're out there. They're giving this information to the media. That's that contract that Harry spoke about, and they're going out to the media and saying these things. So one of the things they didn't say is that they were doing the same thing for the Sussex. But anyway, they had this meeting where they had
to review about Andrew and his triflingness.
Exactly, with all his siblings and Kane.
Right.
About how ungracious he is and how ungrateful he is, and that he will never come back to
public life.
But I'm thinking that should have happened when he did that interview.
Yep.
About Epstein.
Yep.
How clueless and slow are they?
You've already answered the question.
So
extremely.
So this brought me back to this quote. And for people who don't know, Keanu Reeves, he started in The Matrix. He's an actor. I think he's Hawaiian.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want, you can look him up.
Really hot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's aged well.
He said, "I don't care how much you don't like me. The last time I checked, the road to heaven wasn't through your yard." And I am going to adopt this quote.
Yes.
And I think this is what Prince Harry has pretty much said to his family and everyone else. It's like, I don't care if you like me or not.
Exactly.
So all these sessions they're having about if they're gonna beat him up or whether or not he's he's affecting the Queen, or if he's coming for this party or is he not coming for this party. People, he's moved. He lives in California now. It's not gonna happen.
It's over. Let it go.
Let it go. Isn't there a song?
Let it go. Oh,
it's
no.
Frozen. Frozen.
Okay.
Oh God, no. We're not gonna go there. But we just want to quickly.
I have a little cousin, and when she was 5, she loved that movie. We had to watch it over and over. But yes, I get it.
Yeah. So, one of the things we've decided is that May and June.
Those are the months of Sussex.
The months of Sussex. Next year is going to be the months of Sussex.
Well, 2020 is going to be off the chain.
Right.
Or excuse me, off the,
Sure. 2022.
But let's just say May 2022 and June 2022. They own those months.
Yeah. All the birthdays, the anniversaries, the book is going to drop. Pearl is going to might drop.
They won't know what to do. And then, when do you think Harry's going to drop that memoir?
I think it's around that same time because the Queen's Platinum Jubilee is already planned out. Now they have to make some adjustments because of Barbados. And now
Jamaica.
Yeah, Jamaica is being rude and insensitive to the Queen's Platinum Jubilee.
Okay.
Jamaica
whatever.
Jamaica met and said they had a bipartisan support to replace QE2 as their head of state.
Good.
What do you think Jamaica going to do?
Oh, they're going to do it.
You think they're going to wait till after?
They're mad that Barbados is ahead of them. They're trying to catch up.
Yeah.
And then Scotland's ready. Scotland's been ready.
But they're trying to snooze Scotland and say how much they love them, and
the Scots don't give a fuck. Excuse my.
Well, let's wait. Let's let the Scottish fans tell us how they feel about that. Well, they did boo them when they went to open Parliament.
So, like I said, they don't give a fuck.
So there's going to be lots of stuff happening. Yes. But our faves are moving, doing their jobs. I mean, not their jobs, the jobs that they chose for themselves, and they're doing the work.
Action. They're doing action. People. Their phrase about compassion in action is truly.
It's true. That's what they do. The actions, you see it every day. And, next week, you never know what's going to happen, or the week after that. But we definitely know May and June next year is going to be like just don't plan anything, because May and June, the Sussex are going to go crazy with stuff.
Yeah.
And, of course, the people on the other side of the pond are going to blame them,
F them.